Hi there, Rebecca Pearce here, psychologist and private practice owner. I'm just in my car this morning, just waiting to go into work and start my day in the clinic. So I thought I'd just do this video because it's been a question that constantly comes up for me. People ask me as a psychologist, how do you do what you do and go home and be happy and have a life and not take it home with you? And it was actually a question that came up on a forum the other day that I belong to as well, with lots of psychologists. And I just thought I'd just reflect on a little bit and put into words what I do as a psych. So I've been practicing for 18, 19 years now. And the things that I have always used to make sure that I don't take home all the emotional, the emotions of my clients, is that the first thing I suppose I do is I really I believe with all of my heart that everyone that comes into my room has their own unique story and their own unique journey and their own unique purpose for life and for living. And I believe that my role is to walk with them on that journey and to help them live it in a way that is most fulfilling for them. So there is a very much a sense of they and me and walking alongside of them. So I see my role as a very privileged role. I get to hear people's innermost thoughts, their world, their experiences, their memories, their past, their dreams, their wishes. So I see my role very much as an observational role and as a helping role and as a guiding role, someone who is privileged enough to be able to walk alongside that person, along with their trials and their tribulations, their ups and downs. I suppose that's the first thing that I do. The second thing that I also have become aware of is I'm very aware of my own unique purpose, my own sense of being and what's important to me and my own values. And I find that being really in touch with those on a personal level and being very aware of what makes me tick, my beliefs, my inner processes, my emotions, helps me to create that boundary once again between my experience and their experience. So what maybe my experience and my interpretation and my impression of what they're going through may be really, really different to what they perceive that they're going through. So I'm also very aware of the idea that even though I think, or maybe I wonder, or I try to put myself into their shoes, I can never truly do that because I can't wear their shoes. They are the only person that will ever know what it is like to live their journey. And so I suppose that belief also founds my ability to create that healthy boundary. The third thing I suppose that I do is I have a steadfast belief in everybody's ability to heal and grow in their own way. So I suppose hope and optimism are two of my really core values that I bring into the counselling room. I always believe that people have the unique abilities, their own personal collection of abilities and qualities that will allow them to overcome whatever it is that they're challenged with in this moment. And I do believe that everyone has their own ability to heal. What that might mean to some people could be different. So one person's idea of healing might be really different to another person's ability to heal or their idea of healing. But I do believe that everyone can grow, everyone can evolve, everyone can live their life in a better way. So that hope and optimism really forms, I suppose, a big part of who I am as a person and my belief in humanity and my belief in the human capacity to grow and heal beyond where they're at now. And I suppose the last thing that I do to help me cope in this profession is my own self-care and my own knowledge around what keeps me grounded. So from a personal perspective, I do yoga, I do lots of exercise. So not super intense exercise. I don't go and do marathons or anything like that. But I walk and I ride and I spend time with my family and my friends in an active capacity. I try to meditate, but I probably don't do that as often as I should, I must admit. Music is a good source. So if I find that I am very tired or worn out from a particular day, I'll put on something a bit more enlightening or a bit light on my way home. The other thing I use nowadays is podcasts as well. So I find podcasts I listen to different podcasts depending on whether it's a business podcast. If I've got the emotional energy or the intellectual energy, I'll listen to something like Oprah or a spiritual podcast. If I feel like I need a little bit of uplifting, I listen to funny podcasts and stories, and just depends on my mood. And so I suppose that's about really getting in touch with your own personal needs and where is my energy at. So if I'm feeling really depleted, I'll be very aware of who I spend my time with and what I spend my time doing. I am an introvert, although I love spending time with people. So with that knowledge, I do know that I can feel very, very burned out if I'm spending too much time in the presence of other people. But I also do know how to quickly fill that up being by myself. I don't need hours and hours and hours and hours every day to fill my cup. Sometimes a half-hour walk out in nature and just sitting there on a park bench, going to yoga, that can be fabulous for me. Or just having a bit of time out, doing some journal work. So it doesn't have to be heaps. But also if I look at my schedule and I am feeling a little bit burnt out, I also make sure that I clear some of my weekends or make sure that I schedule in just downtime where I might watch a movie with my family, just chill out at home, get into pajamas early and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I just thought I'd put those reflections into a video because I feel like it's something that I'm often asked. So I hope you found that helpful. Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.